afternoon. My next guest is no stranger to a microphone, nor to stage for that matter. After completing a Bachelor of Economics degree, he had a tryout routine at Melbourne's Last Laugh Comedy Theatre back in 1983. His style, based on real-life experience, proved quite successful. Those early days were back in the 1980s. Since then, he's performed not only here in Australia, but in Montreal, LA, London and New York. He's been a TV host, radio presenter, but always a comedian at heart. Richard Stubbs is back on the stage at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival from March the 30th. And Stubbs is on the line right now. Stubbsy, welcome in, mate.
Hi, Lee. Thank you so much.
Nice to have you here.
Oh, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Before we get started, though, I've got to just check, what are you wearing?
What am I wearing?
Yeah.
I'm wearing a nice striped blue shirt.
Oh, thank goodness.
Why?
Oh, well, I'm in a black T-shirt.
Oh, my God.
I thought the horror,
But that's what I see you in all the time, black T-shirt.
We can't wear the same thing as the point.
No.
It'd ruin the interview.
Well, it's television for an imagination, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we've got to keep it straight. Your ABC days, you were great on the ABC for those 11 years. I listened to you regularly, mate, and I do miss you. I love that show very, very fondly.
It was hugely enjoyable and a great learning curve for me. I think I really got better as a broadcaster for all sorts of reasons over the 11 years, and I really enjoyed doing the show, chatting to all sorts of different people. Yeah, it was a great experience. Very
different to commercial radio, of course. You've got restrictions, I suppose, within the ABC, but you handle those so well, and your guests are always informative, and you did a great job.
I quite like restrictions on things, I must say. I do corporate work. While it's true, I'm back doing stand-up in clubs and bars, and we can chat about that. It's been hilarious getting back into that. Doing corporate work always has its restrictions. I never kind of mind that. I sort of think it, although it's fun to have free rein to do anything, it's also quite challenging to be creative within the bounds of what they want. And I quite like that challenge. It's kind of like a focus.
Yeah, I could see that. From economics and that degree you had to comedy, how did the transition occur?
So the economics degree was majoring in sort of marketing and labour relations, so that side of economics, so not accounting and those kind of subjects. And I went off and worked in an office for a big mining firm for a few years after that, and I needed extra money on the side, so I'd got myself through uni working in bars and bottle shops and cleaning floors at Safeways and things, and so I got a job in a bar, but the bar I chose was the Last Laugh because I thought it'd be more fun.
Right.
Public bars aren't much fun, and the Last Laugh. So I was a barman there for about 18 months until one night at La Joke, the upstairs bar. It was tryout night, and they didn't have any amateurs to try out. And the compere said, "Get the loudmouth barman up, and make him do something." Literally. And so I went, because it was kind of like home by then. And I got up and mucked around and enjoyed it and went back the next night and just sort of kept going.
Were you nervous?
Yeah, sure, but not as terrified as you'd imagine because that had been my home. You know, the thing about it was a big learning step for me to take that job at the Last Laugh because I suddenly found myself with people of a similar mind. So the Last Laugh to me was a place very much like home. So I wasn't as terrified as a stranger walking into a stand-up comedy bar might be. It was like in my lounge room with my friends, the waiters and bar staff all watching and that kind of stuff. So it was fun.
You felt very much at home.
Yeah.
Make quite a difference. Where does the material come from?
Well, that's a good question. That was one of the questions I had to ask myself this year as I said, right, let's get back into going to clubs and bars. There were sort of three questions I thought I had to answer myself. And first one was, am I funny? Am I funny to people who don't know me? Am I funny to people who are 20? Does it work? And so, first few gigs sorted that out. Yep, still funny, that's good. And then the other question was, I always create material by doing it, by getting ideas in my head, random thoughts, and then just saying them on stage. I tend not to write out scripts, memorise them and say them. So I'm kind of improing the theme that I have in my head and making it up as I go along. And that's always been the way I create stand-up. And so I thought, well, second question is, can I still do that? Does that muscle still work? And I found out, yes, it does. And every time I do a gig and more stand-up comes in. Every time there's new things, new material gets added. And so we sort of gather as we go along. And And the third question, of course, was, do I still like it? You know, is it fun for me? And it is. It's great.
So you've really not been out of work at any stage, have you? 3XY days, you had the ABC, you've had your stage, Channel 7 days, and Di Roll, of course, was one of your, I think, producers, wasn't she?
Yes,
Channel
that's
7?
right. Great producer too, of course. Yeah. And, I did Tonight Live and Triple M, and I did a lot of Tonight shows. I did, looking back, it's quite you sort of forget, you know, because you're busy doing it, but 120 Tonight shows I don't suppose there's many folk in Australia who can say that. So that's, you know, that's good. That was fun.
How'd you find TV compared to radio or the stage?
So different. Yeah. They're all different. I think you notice this most, I think, when people go from one medium into radio, and because they think everything can transfer, and of course it can't. No. Each one has its own skill set, its own unique things about it, and you have to apply yourself to learn those things. And TV is the same. I mean, it's great. Live TV was fantastic. A Tonight Show, I think, for a lot of comedians is the holy grail. So for me to have the opportunity to do any Tonight shows was wonderful. I'd do that again. I'll do it tomorrow.
Look, I wish we had them. I wish we did.
Well, it's funny we don't. What do you think that is, Lee? Because my theory is free-to-air is a bit of a dying star, but it's got a couple of things going for it. It's got reality TV that you don't want to time shift because you want to see what happens. It's got sport, obviously, for the same reason. And the other thing is Tonight shows. This is why there are so many of them in the States and even in Britain a lot, but none here. It's odd.
Yeah, we really miss them. And on those programs, so often people come on and we'll talk about exactly this topic. And, you know, we had the Graham Kennedys, we've had the Bert Newtons, we've had yourself, we've had some wonderful compeers, Daryl Summers and so on. You did Hey Hey at Saturday too at one stage, I remember.
Yeah, that's right. Daryl got me to fill in for him a couple of times.
Yeah, I remember that. And we miss those days. And yes, the reality TV, that's great. But, mate, how many more cooking shows can we have?
Yeah.
And how many more people going to the jungle have we got? We've got a comedian, I was hoping it wasn't you, going to the jungle. And
someone else asked me that. I went, no, it's not me. I've got
you wouldn't be talking to me now if it was.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's why it's international pips when you called up. I'm actually in Africa.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, no.
Oh, how was the elephant?
Yeah, the elephant in the room.
Yeah. Well, we need another Tonight Show. Can you go to 7 or 9 and do something?
Yeah, I'd love to. And this is great. I'm doing the stand-up comedy. That's my dog just quietly dealing with an intruder.
Oh, one of the kids come home.
Yeah, that's right, the equivalent of that. So, I've got the Comedy Festival show going, but look, if any network wants a Tonight Show, yeah, I can do that. And I think it'd be good too because, well, I'd enjoy it. And 2, I've got the experience, you know. And 3, the real part of this is we never get better at something by not doing it.
That's right.
So, right. If we have a Tonight Show, then yeah, that's great for me.
Well, listen, I'll come in and I'll be your warm-up man. I'll do the warm-ups for you. There.
Hey, don't worry, I've had my brother as my warm-up man, and on occasion I had no warm-up man at all, and I did the warm-up and then said, wait there a sec, and then walked around the set and came back out live.
I think I was there that night.
So those things happen, don't worry.
Yeah, they do. Tell us about the Comedy Festival.
So Comedy Festival is going to be great fun. I've got 10 shows at the Swiss Club in Flinders Lane, which is a great venue just up the road from the town hall, from the 30th to the 9th of April. And this is, this is great. I've done quite a few comedy festival shows over the years, but it's been a long time since I've done one. It's been, the last one was 2003. Mm-hmm. So, I'm really looking forward to it. And people will see me doing one of the things I most enjoy in life, which is doing stand-up, making people laugh. I think, and I've deliberately, it's a conscious decision to do a show that you can just switch off and enjoy. You're not going to be you're not going to be challenged, your morality is not going to be questioned. There's nothing wrong with doing that in a comedy festival show, but I've just chosen to do something for people. I feel like there's a lot of angst. In general, we worry about so much. We worry about world events, we worry about our personal life, and we worry about our religion, and we worry about all sorts of things. And I thought, I think I'd like a show where people can put those worries at the door, come in, and if there's a message behind the show, it's that in the darkness we all laugh at the same stuff. I think that's the takeout from it.
A great idea. Come in, leave your troubles at the door, come in, sit down, enjoy, and then, you're off to a new life.
Yeah, shelter from the storm, as Bob Dylan used to say.
Absolutely.
That's kind of what I want. You know, one of the things, you were very kind about my show on the ABC, and one of the things that came through a lot I deliberately, because I was bookended between heavily political radio programs, I deliberately stayed clear of ever having politicians on and dealt with kind of personal matters, which is how I personally am affected by things, and that's more or less the theme of the stand-up. But what I found was I got so many people saying that they were sick or they were sad or they were just in feeling under the pump, and they really appreciated the break. They're looking forward to it, the ability to recharge their batteries and kind of take the frown off them. And I was thinking to myself over the years of how valuable that is in our life. It's often dismissed, as a light thing, which it is. Of course, comedy is light, but it provides such an important function, to relax and to put a smile on us and to let us just unclench the shoulders a bit. And, I think that's what I really want to deliver for the Comedy Festival. Sounds very old-fashioned, doesn't it? But I want people of all ages to come in and be entertained.
Stubbsy, that's what we're after, isn't it? We need to get somewhere. Look, it's like a good movie when you can walk into the theatre, not have to think about the plot. You can just be entertained, leave the theatre, and you've had a bloody good time.
Yeah, I think so. That's what I'm really trying for. There are lots of comedians who do their comedy from a different angle, and more power to them. But I've deliberately sat down and gone, no, here's what I think I'd like to go and see, something that just relax, have fun, that I can take anyone to. I can go on a date, or I can go with my partner, or I can go with friends, and everyone will feel like it was fun.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's called Richard Stubbs in Full Flight, and you'll see him there on the promo sheet. I've got him here with a little helmet on, and it must be a motorbike. You drive motorbikes, do you? Ride motorbikes?
Not even close. No, I did a photo shoot at Circus Oz because they're friends of mine, and they put me on a harness and suspended me.
Your face looks enormous.
Into the air. I'm not comfortable with heights, and they took that stupid photo, and away it went.
Well, look, the look on your face is if, have I got to do this again? All right, now you're at the Swiss Club. It's 87 Flinders Lane in Melbourne. It's Thursday the 30th of March through to Sunday the 9th of April.
Yeah, just jump on the Comedy Festival website and you'll type in my name and there's all the details.
It'll come up.
Hopefully book tickets early because there's only 10 shows, so they'll sell out.
They'll sell out. Stubbsy, thanks for your time, mate. I will catch up again with you, I'm sure, perhaps even before the festival. We'll have another chat and promo that once more for you.
That'd be fantastic. Thanks, Lee.
Thanks, Stubbsy. Take care, mate. Bye-bye to you.